All right, we didn't completely mess it up. Yeah. What's going on, guys? If you want to support our content and pick up this month's amazing Patreon rewards, you can do so at patreon.com/itresolves. If you're interested in custom playmats and sleeves, visit YourPlaymat.com and use code ItResolves10YP for 10% off your entire purchase. What is going on, everybody, and welcome to something slightly different on this channel. We are delving into Alchemy today, a format that I have previously not played. This is actually the very first time, so you guys are literally seeing game number 1 of me playing in Alchemy today. Now with that, we do have a really awesome deck brought to us by Hello Good Game. Obviously a much bigger channel than we are, but an absolutely fantastic resource for awesome deck builds, some great gameplay, as well as just other videos in general. So please go check out Hello Good Game. We'll link him down below. And again, thank you so much, Hello Good Game, for sharing this over on Aether Hub. It really means a lot. But this is kind of a 4-color, mostly green, but 4-color landfall technically. So one of the things that we get access to in Alchemy is a fixed quote-unquote version of Omnath, Locus of Creation, which is a red, a green, a white, and a blue. That's where the 4 colors comes from, for a 4/4. When it enters the battlefield, you scry 1, and whenever a land enters the battlefield under your control, you gain 4 life if it's the first time this ability is resolved this turn. If it's the second time, you add all 4 colors of mana that are in the mana cost. If it's the third, it deals 4 damage to each opponent and each planeswalker you don't control. Very, very good. So, how do we go off with this? Well, we've got tons of other things that, first of all, benefit from the extra land. So we've got Felidar Retreat, we've got Kazandu Mammoth, Lotus Cobra, of course, as well as some interesting top-end cards. So we've got Ancient Greenwarden. This allows us to play lands from our graveyard. If a land entering the battlefield causes an ability of a permanent you control to triggers an additional time. So we're going to get extra activations out of all of our landfall triggers, which is kind of awesome. We do have Storm the Festival here. Even if we just hit lands in this deck, it's okay. Doesn't really matter. Wrenn and Seven, fantastic for dropping a lot of lands from your hand in one go. Very, very powerful indeed. Felidar Retreat, obviously just absolutely awesome. Settle the Wilds, seek a basic land card and put it onto the battlefield tapped, then seek a permanent card with mana value equal to the number of lands you control. This is pretty interesting because that, if you look at our spread here, we've got on 4 mana just the Felidar Retreat. On 3 mana, the only permanent we have is the Kazandu Mammoth. On 5, we do have 3 different ones, which is kind of interesting. I'm curious to see how that works. And then, of course, on 6, we do only have the Ancient Greenwarden as permanents that can hit the battlefield. So I'm kind of curious to see how this actually plays out. I've obviously never played with this before. This is an Alchemy-only card, which is kind of cool. Prosperous Innkeeper here, gonna not only ramp us, but gain us some life. Tangled Florahedron, also gonna ramp us along with that Lotus Cobra. Now, in our land slot, we do have the Evolving Wilds available to us with an interesting land spread here, obviously trying to lead a little into the white for the Felidar Retreat. And then, of course, the World Tree, which is really gonna help us kind of smooth out those land drops and that kind of stuff. So, we'll see how this goes. Again, thank you so much to Hello Good Game for sharing this list. I have no idea what to expect, guys. Like I said, I've never played Alchemy before. This is going to be a first. So let's jump right in. Let's see how it goes. All right, guys, here we are for game number 1. And yeah, I mean, this is a pretty easy keep. We'll see how this actually pans out, but I do actually like this hand quite a bit. The question is, how do we want to utilize this Evolving Wilds? I think we're going to hold on to it. I think we want that landfall trigger as best we can get it. So let's do this first. That's quite good. Let's go ahead and drop that Lotus Cobra. Really gonna help us out here, I believe, and get us where we need to be. So, let's see what happens. I really like this deck already. It just feels smooth. And I mean, we just started playing it, I know, but like just looking at the curve of the deck and that kind of stuff, it just feels really good. So I'm excited to see how this works out. Let's go ahead and drop the World Tree and the Prosperous Innkeeper. This is really going to help us out, obviously. Giving us that treasure token really smooths out the mana drops. So next turn, we guarantee Wrenn and Seven if we'd like it. Potentially anything else as well. Enters the battlefield, draft a card. Okay, from the spellbook. The spellbook mechanic, that draft spellbook mechanic, actually pretty cool. Very interested to see how this goes. I don't know all of the cards that are in the spellbook, I'll be honest. All right, so we can do this. Yeah, I actually think this is the play. So we're gonna drop the Wrenn and Seven now. And I suppose we'll just go ahead and spit out the token. Part of me wanted to drop the lands like now, just to see if that would pan out, but I'm kind of skeptical. I kind of want to see how this goes first. Oh, interesting. That's really cool. Conductive Current. Again, all these new Alchemy cards, guys. This is such an interesting format to me, one that I have yet to explore. And so we really have a lot to learn out of this format. I'm very curious to see how this pans out. Now, kind of nice because they did obviously have to double up just to get rid of our 2 creatures here, which is fine. And they're going to regrowth that Spike Field Hazard, which is okay. All right. So now I think we will end up doing this, albeit I guess we could have done that slightly differently, but that allows any mana of any, all mana of all color basically is what we got. So let's go ahead and seek here. And so then seek a permanent card with value equal to the number of lands you control. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh, I see. So we don't have a 7-drop. So that was actually a mistake on my end, but that is okay. I'm learning here we obviously need to play that settle early, not quite so late in the game. We want to make sure we're hitting it at the right time. So perfect. Now we know that is fine. These Evolving Wilds are kind of nice because they do just tap for any color with the World Tree, so that's helpful. They're going to get rid of the Wrenn and Seven. That is fine. They are down to just 1 card in hand here. Ooh, Demonic Tutor, though. Right. Well, I forgot Demonic Tutor was also in this format. Wow, what an interesting series of cards that this deck has. Again, completely new to this, guys, so I apologize. We are going to make quite a number of mistakes, I am sure, but that is okay. Let's do this. We'll scry one. I guess we'll throw that on the bottom. Let's go ahead and sacrifice it and get another landfall trigger here. Might as well do it again just for fun. And we will get just another forest, I suppose. Cool. We'll drop this. It's going to create a treasure token, and I think we just pass here. I'd like to actually play this as a threat, not just a... Alright, our turn. The opponent went on upkeep for something, so I'm curious to see how this actually pans out. What do they have? Magma Opus. Okay. Okay. Yeah. That's very, very good. Not that it matters, but we'll go ahead and tap these for the mana at least. It phases between the, like, that doesn't stick around, obviously. I mean, we play the Mammoth. I think we actually hold the land so we can get a upgraded attack in. So I guess we just wait. I don't know. I'm really interested in this opponent's deck. Again, this is so interesting to me because I have no clue how any of this works. All right, they hit for 4. That's a big, big hit. Let's see. What have they got? The fact that they drew 2 cards off of that is big. Wow, they just have another Magma Opus. Yeah. And they get to... Wow, they get to kill both. Okay, yeah, fair enough. We are 100% getting demolished here, guys, and it's all good. We kind of expected it. At least we have the Innkeeper. Again, holding the land. I'm learning that we probably need to do a little bit of that. I told you guys this was going to be rough, so hang in there with me. Let's get 8 damage in. Curious to see if they play anything. It looks like they're not going to. All All right, we will play a Mammoth. Yeah, I would love like a Storm the festival. I feel like that would be kind of the big hit here. We have very little like interactive pieces to this, so it is kind of tricky to do anything here. We'll see what our next draw is, but obviously after that we really only have a turn, so I'm not stressing if we lose this. It is fine. Oh, very good. Nice. Okay, so Lear is extraordinarily helpful for them. They can just replay a bunch of stuff at this point. Yeah. Down to 1. Can they just kill us? Yeah. All right, fair enough. Well done, opponent. Again, a bit of a rough start, but that is okay. Let's see if we can do a little better in the next game. All right, guys, here we are for our second game. Hopefully we can do a little bit better this time. I actually do like this start with the Tangled Florahedron. I think we can actually get somewhere with this. So we're gonna give this a shot and see what we can do here. We will lead with the World Tree. That's just a really solid opening, I feel like, because then we can just play the Florahedron on turn 2. Although, I might say maybe we shouldn't. No, I mean, I think we're gonna go for it here. We're gonna try it. We're gonna try it, guys. It may not work. Again, this is gonna be rough. It's all good though. They probably can just zap this or kill it with the Shambling Gas if they have a Deadly Dispute or something along those lines. I think I take the block here, expecting that they're gonna kill it regardless, so cool. That's fine. They may not have been able to. I would have assumed like a Deadly Dispute or something along those lines would come down, so maybe they just didn't have it, but I still think it was kind of worth it to do that. Cool, so we're gonna throw the Prosperous Innkeeper down. Gonna give us a treasure token, and then we throw the land here. All right, so a land off the top would be helpful. Would definitely get us to Wrenn and Seven or Felidar Retreat plus land drop, both of which is, both of those are very good options. All right, enters the battlefield, create a blood token. Ooh, dang, that is very, very good. Okay, fair enough. Yeah, not much we can do about that. Okay, a land. That's a very good one too, because let's auto pay this. I'm going this route versus the Wrenn and Seven route. That might be a mistake. Truth be told, it'd be really nice to grab the Wrenn and Seven as well, but go ahead and throw this out there. We're gonna spread the damage out. I think that that's the right play against a deck like this. That feels more correct. I guess we'll get 3 green for the Storm the Festival. I think that's the best option we have. We do gain life here as well from each of these, which is relevant. And I guess we can just attack in here. It's only 1 damage, but we're not going to be blocking with the Innkeeper most likely, so I feel like it's worth it to go ahead and snag a point while we can. Yeah, I mean, I think we're a land away from a pretty solid next turn. If we get a land, we can Wrenn and Seven, which could draw us into more lands, which would be a really great thing, honestly. We do have to be very careful. They can start draining here with these blood tokens as well. Bell Stinger, sure. Are they going to exploit it? Looks like they are. Cool. Yeah, that's gonna drain us for a good bit here. You got it. There's an Eye Witch as well. Okay. I mean, that's something. So let's do this. We get the basic land. We also get an Omnath. Okay. I think we'll go for this. Yeah, and then we'll just attack here with these two. If they want to block, that's actually okay. I mean, we're gonna be drained a little bit here, but I feel like we need to keep that going. They obviously get the lesson from the sideboard here. I Now, crucially, we're 1 land away from the 6, which we need for Omnath or just Storm the Festival. So if we draw a land off the top, we might be able to make something really good happen here. I don't hate our odds at the moment, but we're also... like, they already have their engine up, which is this little thing that they've got going on here. So we do have to be so careful about that, because they can drain our life in a heartbeat. But hopefully we can do something cool here. There's a Meat Hook Massacre. Okay, that's huge. Absolutely huge. Ooh, yep. Is that enough to just kill us? No, not quite. All right, land is phenomenal. Let's throw a 2/2 out. Let's Storm. I think that's definitely the right call. Well, Glorious Anthem and Wrenn and Seven, or Glorious Sunrise, excuse me. And I think we just play this out. I think we gain 3. The Meat Hook Massacre plus that this little enchantment makes it really tricky, so we kind of need to start gaining some life. And Glorious Sunrise is a good way to do it. I mean, 3 life per turn is relatively solid. What is this spell book? Interesting. Okay. Only good news here is the big old tree folk definitely puts them under some pressure, and they've got the Infernal Grasp. That's fine. We have another Wrenn and Seven if we need it, so that's really not the end of the world. All right, let's drop the Omnath. Yeah, I think we do want to keep that. Let's drop this. We'll throw another 2/2 out, I believe. We're going to grab a couple lands. That's very good. We'll gain 3 life. And again, just keeping ourselves in the game here, and then we will attack for 2. Obviously, they can just trade it if they want. That's fine. But I think we have to keep that going. We kind of have our engines up here, guys. My hope is that it's enough, but I have no clue. And this Hive of the Eye Tyrant is a little scary because that does get rid of the Storm the Festival that is in our graveyard. Now they're gonna Meat Hook Massacre again. Fair enough. Okay. That's not the end of the world. There's another Storm the Festival. That's very good. Okay, so let's play land. Oh, you know what? We messed up a little bit. We should have Stormed the Festival first. Stormed the Festival first. You know what I mean. We'll scry 1. I'm gonna put that on the bottom. We are going to drop 2 lands. That's gonna trigger everything, basically. Again, just spreading the damage out here. A lot. All right, and we can just go ahead and play the Ancient Greenwarden. All right, we didn't completely mess it up. Yeah. Awesome, guys, we got a win. Let's jump into a final game right now. All right, guys, here we are. This is going to be our last game, unless it just goes super quick. But this is actually a pretty good hand. This is a turn 3 Felidar Retreat, which feels pretty good. So we get the treasure off the Innkeeper, which is going to hopefully get us there. So hopefully we can make this happen. We do also just have tons of land coming off the top, which is important, obviously. So that's great. Go ahead and get that down. Fully expect they're gonna burn this. Yeah. Potentially a mono red deck, I'm assuming. Again, I have no idea what the meta is. Like, I've got no clue. So this is all just wow, that's cool. So I do think we just go ahead and drop this down. At the very least, this is going to spit out some blockers. Now, granted, they are a Dragons deck, clearly. And so we are going to run this into some issues there, this being one of them. Moonveil Regent is so sick. All right. Yeah, dude. So I guess we just do this, get a cat, do this, get another cat. I think we do want to get the white source most likely. So spread this out a little bit here. We can't block these anyway. This is really going to wreck us, I'm imagining. Or that. And step each dragon card perpetually against. That is insane. Each dragon card. That's a lot of dragon cards. That's like wicked good. I think we just lose, right? Like, I don't think we have an option to win the game here. I would love to say we do, but we're not anywhere close. They deal 8 and 9 next turn. Potentially more if they've got Goldspan Dragons, or to any target. So this just kills us if they have any spell, which they do. I mean, we'll attack. When it dies, it deals the damage. My mistake. Okay, but still, like, yeah. Oh man. I mean, we're just dead. There's no way around it. This permanent deals 2 damage to you unless you sacrifice it. What an amazing card. Oh my gosh, this deck is sick. This is insane. We have to take it. I mean, we have no option, and we just die. Yeah, I mean, they just wrecked us. Wow, that was awful. All right, well, let's talk about this. Okay, so a pretty rough initial set of games there from us. Before I go any further though, again, hello good game. Thank you so much for sharing this list over on Aether Hub. I really do appreciate it. Please do go check out Hello Good Game. If you don't know who they are, I don't know why in the world you're here, because they're a much bigger channel than we are. But all that to say, we didn't do so hot. We got a win, which is fine considering we've never touched this format before. However, I was hoping for a little bit better. I felt like we could do better. I definitely misplayed a number of times in the game, the first game at the very least. On the last game, I don't really think we had an option. I think they just could kill us. So I would be interested to explore this format a little bit more, but I'm doing this as a test. So if you guys are watching, enjoying, hanging out with us, make sure you let me know that, hey, I'd like to see more Alchemy, or maybe you're playing some Alchemy and you'd like to share some deck lists. Please do. I haven't explored this. This is new territory for me, so I would love to get your input. Let me know what you think. Let me know what decks you're playing, and let's see what we can do with Alchemy. But until next time, guys, thank you so much for watching. Make sure you subscribe and like the video if you haven't already, and I'll see you very soon for some more gameplay videos. Thanks, guys.